team and the board members and our board of trustees at Richer Hand that believed in us to be innovative, to be creative, to explore and try out new things. We used to premiere MTV Sugar in Uganda. We used to work with Ugandan products, for example, like the Rain that was produced by Nabuiso and acted by Elona back in the day. But as we're doing this, we realized we're creating strong impact in the communities using film. And also having MTV Sugar in different things, we're creating impact with the young people that we're serving. But then the question came, why don't we speak our Ugandan stories? Later with Richer Hand team and the peer educators that we have in this room, we innovated a series called Ntale. So as Ntale came on board, realized that, you know what, our niche should be in the movie industry. And being in the movie industry, we asked ourselves, what new thing can we come with into the industry? In the years back, we were doing Young Achievers Awards. In 2019, we went into co-creating the iKON Awards. And in 2020, we launched the first iKON Awards with Talent Africa. Aliba is here that believed in our dream. But then later, we went back on the drawing board. And we created the iKON Awards, film and television, because our niche was to inspire and empower Ugandans to speak our stories. And we could not only do that with our partners that believed in us. I'd love to thank Charles Dwachebo. He's been with us for so many years, representing UNESCO and his team. But UNESCO believed in our cause. I wouldn't be here without the support from UNESCO. Charles, we thank you so much for believing in us, but also to believe in the movie industry. We all see that UNESCO has invested in the film industry with Netflix, and we are proud to say that even Lukman, one of our filmmakers and part of the film industry, is part of the 6 stories that are going to be showcased on Netflix. And that's why UNESCO is also on board with us and working with us. I would love to thank the movie fraternity, the film fraternity, and the industry that we have in this country. So many questions were asked. When I go to partners to pitch the iKON Awards, I've found so many questions being asked. And the question is, how are you going to sustain the iKON Awards? And my answer has been, if the film industry continues growing, they continue producing movies and TV shows, that means the iKON Awards will be sustainable. So all of us in this room are partners to the iKON Awards. And I thank you for embracing this idea and moving this journey with us. As Humphrey and the team at Sauti Media have, we're just vehicles. We're just drivers that are driving this vehicle of the iKON Awards. But the consumers and the partners that we have, it is you, the people that have come today that believe in us. You're the people that are going to make the iKON Awards more sustainable. It is not ours as Humphrey and the team, but it's ours as the film and the television industry. I'd love to also thank our friends, our brothers from Nigeria. Guys, clap for Ramsey Nouah and the team. This week has been so inspirational, working with Ramsey, with Chris and the team. They've held masterclasses. They've educated our filmmakers. We have built capacity, and we're into a strong partnership together. And having people like them, and we all understand that the Nollywood inspired so many African movie makers in this country. We all saw where it started. It has inspired stories. At the time I contacted Chris, we stalked each other on Instagram, I think, for 1 year. And I'm happy that now we are here together, my brother. And also Ramsey as well embraced the idea and said, you know what? For us to build collaboration, it's about building partnership together. And then he made his way to come in this country, to be here with us today. And also we thank you for embracing the iKON Awards and also believing in Richer Hand and Sauti Plus Media Hub. Thank you so much. I would love to take this opportunity to our board members, our board of trustees. Chairman Joe Mkungu Chigozi is here with us. We sit in meetings and they fire me so many questions. And I'm able to answer, I'm able to defend to why we are able to carry on such crazy ideas like the iKON Awards. They believed in us, and here we are. And we're happy to say that the dream has come true. And thank you so much for supporting us. Our chairman of trustees, I don't know whether he's around, Silva Chablani. Not yet here. But also is one of the people that really pushed for us to embrace this idea. I would love to thank the Richer Hand team, led by our country director, James Tumsime, and the Sauti Plus media team. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting this idea. Thank you for believing in us. And also, thank you for continuing to really push us to be at this level. Lastly, but not yet, I'd love to thank my family. I have my brothers. Uncle E, where are you? And thank you so much for the support you've given us. I thank my two daughters that are here with us because they create the inspiration to do what we're doing today. Our partners that are here in this room, starting from UNESCO, thank you so much. I would love to thank Aquafina, Julius in particular, if you're there. You know there's having companies, but also you have one person that believes in the dream. I thank you so much. Movit Chitenda, I hope you're around. Thank you so much for supporting in us. Superior Motors, my father and mentor, Mr. Kakua, we thank you so much for supporting us. Would love to thank Chins, Tondeka, Buses, Becker, thank you so much for believing in us. Would love to thank, of course, Next Media. We are live on Savika TV, we're live on NPS TV, we're live on Afro Mobile, and also Next Media is my home, where I started my media career and my media journey and my aspiration in film and television. And thank you so much, my family. I would love to take this opportunity as well to thank Adam, Tony, Uthman, the directors at ATS. We should clap for these guys. These guys came on board wholeheartedly from the beginning. And they said, we're going to push this dream until it comes true. I thank you so much for believing in us. And also for believing in this dream, for us to partner together. And the experience we're going to see today, of course, is proudly brought to you by ATS. I'd love to thank Divine Results. Lincoln and Mrs. Bainom Gisha, they have supported the iKON Awards. We were there, we had a good time at Divine Results, but they're here with us and they're still moving with us. I'd love to thank Serena Hotel for supporting us, for hosting us, but also to believe in the movie fraternity. I'd love to thank Planned Parenthood, led by Josephine, is here with us. Thank you so much for being here with us and also supporting the iKON Fellowship. I'd love to thank Fatia, the Executive Director of SEHAD, and also one of our board members, the founder of SEHAD, and now the General Director of Afya Nahaki, Moses Mulumba. Thank you so much for supporting us and also believing in us. There are so many partners to thank, but you are partners. Also, I'd love to thank the Toro Kingdom. One to clap for the Toro Kingdom, but the Prime Minister is here with us of the Toro Kingdom. We thank you so much. and also to His Majesty for being our patron as we shahada Uganda as the iKON Awards. We launched our strategic plan last year and you graced the event. And also we believe that our promise is coming through. We thank you for believing in young people. We thank you for believing in our culture. And also we thank you for believing in the movie industry. Come May or April, the Toro Kingdom is going to be launching the first movie of the King when he's climbing Mount Rwenzori, showcasing the tourism of Uganda. But also to my brother Jonathan, thank you so much for standing in the middle between us and the Toro Kingdom to make sure that our relationship is strengthened. We thank you so much for the good work you're doing and also for believing in us. So members, I don't want to bore you with a lot of speech. I used to be a good dancer back in the day. And then Joe said you should stop being a dancer. You should become a CEO. I thank you so much for that inspiration. And now I became a speech man. So that's why I give a lot of speeches and talking too much. But I'm filled with a lot of joy. A lot of joy. Last week we premiered a movie called When You Become Me. This movie was directed and produced by Nawiso. Nawiso, stand up a little bit. Matthew believed in the movie but also believed into the iKON initiative that we are driving today. He didn't stop on that. I don't know whether he used the payment I gave him. But Matthew is one of the contributors to the iKON Fellowship program, where we are going to award $20,000 to the first young fellow that we're going to recognize today. And people like Matthew, it's all of us, for us to join hands together and work together. Nathan Makola is having one of our fellows that are part of his team that are writing the scripts of his next show. So why am I saying this? For us to build this industry, on whereby people think we are disorganized, we are not. We are not disorganized. We are very organized actually. And for us to build each other is about us working together. And the iKON initiative is bringing that to you today. For us to connect, to network, to inspire each other, but at the end of the day, to work together. Our brothers, Ramsey and the team, we're going to work on a very huge project between them and the Ugandan film fraternity. So they're not here to just attend the awards. They're here to share capacity, to build us, to share knowledge, and also to work together. Because at the end of the day, we're all Africans. To beat Hollywood is about us connecting together. And it starts from us uniting with one another. Music has taken off, and we agree. And the movie industry is growing, and it's taking off as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy the night, let's celebrate tonight, and let's be happy with one another, because today all of us are winners, and today is a day that we have started history together. I thank you.
I used to come from random countries with an award. Djibouti Film Festival. Somalia Film Festival. So I wanted to go and confront that man and find out. That's the time when he released Bonjako. Bonjako film about Akwasizi. That was my sign to leave that man alone. Now, first, I've seen so many smart people. Where's Veronica? Where's Veronica? Nakai. You kidding me? Nobody. But first, wait for Veronica. Is Moshema in the house? Is Moshema around? I don't know. That's the only person who always comes to the awards wearing a gown. Moshema has worn more gowns than the ladies in this house. But even that has not allowed him to be in the most prestigious category that he has enjoyed, Actor of the Year. It came down to people like the star in our first submission at the Oscars. Ntale Patrick in the building. Ntale Patrick is the only person I know who, if there's a certain film festival I know where they can't, if he wins, they can't give him the microphone. They will tell him to send his speech in a WhatsApp message. Okay, before I get carried away, I'm not going to do this alone tonight. Give me another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. I'm not going to do this alone, and I want to tell you this. When God was creating, this is what happened when he said, "Let there be light." Ladies and gentlemen, a beauty icon, a beauty premier, an actress, Anita Fabiola.
Wow. You know, the problem is this guy has put me in a very tight spot now. I have to find nice things to say about him with that intro. This mechanic from Chireka. Isn't that enough, really?
You don't get anything. I've said too many things. Say other things.
Uncle Mo is a comedian. He's a TikToker. He's a digital creator. He's
also a good human being. We welcome you to the iKON, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go any further, we'll put the threads together.
So I'm dressed by my friend Ntale. I think she's somewhere in this building. Very talented designer. Who are you dressed by tonight?
The guy that dressed me up, I asked him for his name, and he told me it's called Irene. That's when I realized that I was at the Irene Fuji. Irene, thank you very much for giving me this very good doing.
Now, Uncle Mo, before we continue with this program, what's the meaning of iKON?
iKON is okay, now.
Can you imagine? This is my co-host tonight. Anyways, a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first edition of iKON Awards.
And I want to tell you that we are live on TV, we are on NBS, we are live, so if you don't go on the mask.
Yes, we are. And tonight, this room is filled with some of the most talented and successful men and women in TV and film. So I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell them, you look amazing tonight. Okay? Tell your neighbor, the other neighbor now. It's going to be a fantastic night tonight.
And even if they don't look amazing, be honest. They will next time better. I want to tell you that award night, this award night is blessed to have.
Yes, so tonight we have 25 categories.
Awards, it is the first time that we have a father and son nominated in the same category. On the same night, we have the Nawisos in the house nominated. On the same night, we have siblings, that's Kudos and Stella Ntale, nominated. On the same night, we have Maurice and Rona. Maurice, I'll never forgive you. I had all my hopes in you when we took you to the Big Brother house. And you decided to be the first guy to get out. But film is going to be kind. Film is going to be kind to you. Now, not only that, I think I've also seen and no, don't clap yet. No, not that one. But is Robert Segawa around? A big hand up to Robert Segawa, everybody.
Amazing. So, tonight, is obviously a nomination night. We're going to have so many winners, but we're going to also have so much performances for you tonight. We have about 3 or 4.
We have too many. Just have to sit and wait for all of it.
5 or 6. You never know. Are we ready for the first one?
We are ready for the first one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have our first performance, and this is going to be a team artist, guys. A spoken word artist. It's called Wake. Coming up with Soy Cabrera. Hand clap for them.
Today is a celebration. A celebration of way more than the fruits of our passion. Today we applaud the seeds sown by every single person.
Seeds that have grown into platforms that form the backbone of the structure of our culture. Today we celebrate, not because we have arrived, but because our hopes and dreams are alive. Because our storytelling seed has survived the test of time, through thick and thin.
They say the journey of 1,000 steps begins with one. So today we celebrate the one. The one brave enough to break boundaries. The one who made a mark in history. The one who dared to step into the realm of the unknown and share with the world the stories and tales from our home. Today we celebrate the groundbreaker, the pioneer, the trailblazer, the first. From Uganda's first film by Ashraf Semoye.
To the legendary Linko, Chacha wa Filipo Injokelele.
From Uganda's first submission at the Oscars, Tembele.
To Masonga, Mbele.
From John Winston Kate.
Kati drama zitokota sinsani kile. Bulire chitobero. That's life matu ebibibao. Aye bana. Ebyonga bikaliao. Ani yaita Captain Alex.
But who killed Captain Alex?
Man, the girl in a yellow jumper found her way to Netflix.
Talk about a plot twist.
Did you see how Divisions got Sadiq Mugisha to become the first Ugandan African Movie Academy Award winner?
Did you see how Veronica's Wish got Nampupa to the first female director winner at the Uganda Film Festival?
Speaking of festivals, we celebrate our very own, the Amakula International Film Festival. Such a spectacle. Now to all you, the other firsts, we see you, we salute you. We are because you are.
We wouldn't be here if you didn't start. If you didn't have the courage to be the first.
Now look at us, stars dreaming among stars. Today we celebrate every building block on our blockbuster story.
Every single star unafraid to shoot for glory.
Every single nominee, oh yes, you know within that it was all a dream. Now look around you, your fellow stars surround you. It's a testimony, another step towards your vision. Welcome to the first ever iKON Awards. Film and television.
What an incredible performance that was.
Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Now that is what iKON Awards is all about, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we call starting an award.
Yes, so the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to start the night.
We're going to start off the night and we're going to have the first person that is now giving us the first category.
That's right. So our first presenter is an iconic actress who has graced our stages and screens for many, many years and has set the pace for many upcoming actresses.
I've done my best to make her my friend so she can tell me how she tries to stay so young and have failed. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you the star as Eunice Chintu from Prestige. I give you Koheire Cleopatra.
Oh wow, thank you so much for screaming for me. I do appreciate being here and being the first person to actually give out an award at the iKON Awards. Thank you so much, iKON Awards, for recognizing talent and appreciating our hard work. I'm honored to be here. And of course, with our unique cultures and changing world, documentaries continue to be an essential art form, even though some people may find them boring now. But right now, we have a variety of amazing documentaries about Uganda, made by Ugandans themselves. You know, they're doing their thing. Now this year, the jury saw documentaries varying in topics from dance to health. And I am proud to present the award for the first ever iKON Award for Best Documentary. And the nominees are
Pius Brian Mukisa, Little Faith Nasanga Afrian, Elio Biamaroko Mwambisi Prince.
okay, so I have an envelope with me. As you can see, it's still sealed. And the winner is Pius Brand Launch Mukisa.
Thank you, iKON. I'm shaking. I want to thank God. I want to thank my mother in States, Elizabeth. I want to thank everyone who is here. Thank you for coming. Not forgetting. I want to thank all the creatives who refuse to give, to show bad energy. Let's love each other and let's create and produce African stories, because we have to get, we have to be unique, and we are supposed to make only and only African stories. And that's how we are going to build our industry to the world. I love you. Thank you.
From one of Uganda's biggest hit films, Nsinsinkano Yebizibu, please welcome all-time leading film stars Osman Matovu and Namata Lydia.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening once again.
I want to make it clear that admission is not Tom and Jerry. To remind you, let's remember that despite how expensive the genre is, it has been underdeveloped in Uganda. So I take this note to appreciate the iKON Awards for tonight's achievement in outstanding animation.
Their nominees are
A Thousand Fates, Mulima Ashraf, Tula Mwesiwa Benjamin, No Way Out, Mulima Ashraf, Breakout, Kukwasha Faith,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, the nominees, the winner is
Mulima Ashraf.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, this is my 15th award in the animation film. But surprisingly, this is my first, the one I've just received, the one I received myself. It's the first one to receive by myself. Yeah, so as Mr. Humphrey said, the film industry is growing, and it has grown so fast. Especially, actually, even the animations, if you didn't know. Right now, as I'm talking, we have the African Movie Academy Award that I won last year in animations. It was won by Uganda. So, our movie, this is the second in Uganda, but the other 13, they are non-Ugandan film festival. So it means our animation industry is doing good. So my fellow nominees, you are also winners. I watched the movies. They are so nice. So nice. Maybe I had an element that had me get this. I want to thank everyone. This is my brother Stiga, the story writer. He wrote the story No Way Out. No Way Out is a Ugandan story, a true story about the 22 prisoners who escaped from a prison in Morocco, if you remember the news. I give credit to New Vision because we read the article from there. Meet my mother. She's been so supportive in this industry since I started acting. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have this. And not forgetting, we are also selected in the Disney Awards for animation. Thank you.
Please welcome actor Luta Kome Tony Kayanja.
Uganda's highest budget action baddest actor. I salute you, everyone. Some of the most promising films which were released this year were films done by students. I mean, were not movies done by students, but they were movies done by learners. And as I speak today, the 4 finalists that made it tonight created small but yet beautiful stories and movies. So, this I assure you is going to push them beyond and far from here. And these are the boys that later became men.
Pius Brian Mukisa. My degree, Brian Kabokoza. Milk of human kindness, Senyorwa Uma.
What a hit. Are we ready? And the winner tonight, oh my God, the girl in the yellow jumper by Ryan Vos Mukisa. Where is the winner? Ryan Vos Mukisa. Get one here.
think I should take it on their behalf. Thank you.
Hi. I was having an interview outside, and I was told I have another word. Where is it? Yeah, I didn't buy a word. It's my friend Mokisa on stage. I need my award right now. I don't know what to say. I just want to thank iKON Awards for organizing this beautiful ceremony. And I love you. I love you all, the creators. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again.
From one of the hottest TV shows on TV right now, Junior's Drama Club, please welcome Alan Maxey.
My very first project after film school was a short film. I remember this passion, the ambition, the amount of effort that it takes and everything we put to make the final product. I remember it like it was yesterday, and I'm still very proud of my first short film. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the nominees for Best Short Film.
16 rounds. Lukman Ali. Engancho. Isiko Abubeka. Nyama. Asha Rosen. The Heartbeat. Matthew the Weasel.
And the award for Best Short Film goes to Lukman Ali.
Thank you.
one to go. But first, I need us to get a little busy. I need us to get those fingers moving. I believe all of us have phones, 1 or 2 social media apps. So we need to carry this conversation forward. We need to celebrate with everyone that is at home. So I need all of you to pull out your phones, take a picture of yourself, of the stage, take a selfie, post it. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. If you're like me, you have all the apps, TikTok, Tinder. I'm joking, I don't have that one. Yeah, but let's post it and let's use our official hashtags. That's hashtag iKON Awards 2023. Okay? So that will be amazing because we need to let everyone know about all this greatness. Are we done? Are we done? Are we tweeting? Are we connecting? Awesome. All right, so now it's time for me to invite our next presenter. Our next presenter.
Please welcome Ali Mutaka.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to present. I'm pleased to be here and to present the award for the best sound. Without sound, movies would be Ntale. Actors would look like cats and dogs, and that means way over the others. Yeah? Films would be difficult to understand. You may want to go back and look at the next 4 films that are nominated tonight.
Bedroom Chains, Joy Isma, Simboa, Kafako, Ajnan Sekunda, Jebele, Sebuju Isma, The Girl in the Yellow Jumper, Kuran
And the winner is Girl in the Yellow Jumper.
There's so many ways to tell a story, and one of them is video, but through picture, and the other is through sound. And this is a sign that we are growing better and better, and I'm really grateful for this. We hope, our only hope is that we continue fighting for African stories, because we are so rich with stories, and we want to make sure that they are told in the best way possible, told by us. So we appreciate everyone. Thank you for all the effort that you put in. Thank you for all the other participants. We believe that this is not a competition, but rather a collaboration. And we hope that we continue to fight to tell Ugandan stories, African stories, in the best way possible and by us. Thank you very much. You are quite
Please welcome the Executive Director of Uganda Communications Commission and legendary actor Yasin Luwoa, Irene Kagwase Wankambo, and Luwoa Yasin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The role of editor is to transform find the role to deliver some of the best of our industry work has seen in the recent years, with films including Call, Bedroom Change, our first Netflix submission, The Guy in the Yellow Jumper, and not forgetting Academy Award submission, Ntale.
And these are anything.
The vocal, Andrew Odera.
And the winner,
Bedroom Change, Chobe Isma Simboa. The girl in the yellow jumper, Lukman Ali. Timbele, Ho Chimera, and Basa Muwaya.
and the winner, Lukman Ali.
Again, thank you very much.
From the Honorables and from the upcoming folk story adaptation, Nambi, please welcome the beautiful Doreen Nabanja.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You all look very lovely. So I recently had the opportunity to work on one of the most powerful folk stories, the story of our ancestor, Nambi. I witnessed the recreation of visual effects, such as recreating Gulu's floating castle and Wanumbe's magical powers. So I left that set with the utmost respect for visual effects engineers, some of which are nominated here tonight in the Best Visual Effects Award. And the nominees are
The girl in the yellow jumper, Lukman Ali. Kafako, Ocho Emmanuel. Tembele, Shatura Chikirige. My husband's wife, Surina Peter.
And the icon goes to Lukman Ali.
I want to bring you some of the most magical things that happen in the production and film industry in this country. There are some guys that have refused to age. I want to find what keeps them that young. Ladies and gentlemen, and probably right now, another legend, Philip Swata, clap for this guy. But that's not the guy I want to talk about. Because this guy is already the clap for him for so many years. I want to talk about Jekazor. First of all, what are you doing? Because I know you're in certain spaces, but what are you doing on a film festival? What is Kazora film?
In 1991, I joined the Ebonies when I was at Bat Valley Primary School. That was my first time acting. I was in P3 or something like that. And my mother almost killed Mr. Katende. And my movie acting career was dead. But a few
this youthful. It is you guys who will leave me here. Zamir mistake. Never mind. This is just teased. Yeah.
A big hand up on this dilemma. Now, the guy that won something. You see, if this event was a fact that had a high table, you all know that that Lukman Ali would be sitting next to the cake holding the knife. What's Lukman Ali? And he is like that. My goodness, hi, I'm happy to know you, man. But now the most important thing, the person I'm going to bring for you, I'm excited to know this lady. You can be like me and a lady like her, you know how humble she is. I want to give you Sarah Sauzi.
Wow, what took me so long to reinvent myself in this industry? I've missed out, but I'll catch up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. God. Let me encourage all those people out there who are teenagers. I mean teenagers, not teenagers. Please come on board. Don't leave these people here. There's no age limit. There's no retirement. Stop being there groaning of pains and everything. Yeah. Now, let's get on to business. Thank you so much. People who have arranged all this, thank you so much. It can be difficult to articulate the power of human look, whether it's beauty makeup or complex special effects. If you people have managed to find a way to channel their expression and craft into work of art, we are lucky enough to be seated among a few of them tonight, of which one of them is mentioned in this envelope. One of them is mentioned in this envelope. They make work look so nasty sometimes, but most times they want to make it look so beautiful. Congratulations to these nominees.
The test, Shakira Chibilige. Bedroom Chains, Nakakande Cynthia. Kafanko, Shakira Chibilige. Tebele, Shakira Chibilige.
I'm so happy just to know that. Allow me to introduce to you my mentor. And in Uganda, we can't talk when the elders they are talking. So, allow me to ask Uncle Michael, the great, to talk for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shakira brightens my day. Shakira, you are amazing. You have got to places, sky is the limit for you.
From 16 Rounds and Juniors Drama Club, please welcome the amazingly talented Natasha Sinayomi.
Thank you, Sexy Mo. Sexy Mo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You all look gorgeous. From a
I know that just one costume like this can change how an actor or dancer performs their role. I'm sure you can tell how I am. I also know that the costumes are the first thing that we all look at when a film opens. This means that the costume designers have the heavy job of capturing the audience attention while staying true to the story, all working with limited budgets. The finalists for this year's Costume Design Awards are
The Blue Jays, Irene Silimba. The girl in the yellow jumper, Nadia Gisela. The Test, Rachel Nachito and Josephine Mule. Gafanko, Whitney G. Najuko.
Okay. And the winner is Bedroom Chain, Irene Silimba. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm receiving this award on behalf of Irene Silimba. She's not here, she's not feeling well. Thank you so much, and thank you, Irene.
From the biggest TV series Uganda has ever produced, That's Life Watu. Please welcome Dr. Bosa himself, Mr. Sambagenda.
How are you, good people? You look amazing. Now, kindly, I want to ask this favor. Before I make my presentation, I would like to thank so much the organizers of the iKON Awards, especially Humphrey Nabumanya, the founder of the awards. You've done the TV and industry, film industry of Uganda good. But you've not only done good to that, but also to me. Because in 6 days from now, I'll be celebrating my birthday. And you've given me a big present on my birthday this year. And that is meeting that iKON I've always admired. Noah Ramsey. And still before I do the presentation, I'm going to ask this favor. I'm going to stand there. Microphone over there. I'm going to stand there. I want to ask all the press members, all the press, to turn your cameras here, in front here. I'm going to take a photo moment with Ramsey. garbage collector in Kampala look like? How did domestic life look like in Kampala in the 1980s? How do you create the world of fictional country called Tangosi? These are some of the questions the production designers nominated tonight had to answer before creating what became the films we, the audience, received and enjoyed. All the results were breathtaking, but unfortunately, there can only be one winner. Roll them the nominees for Best Production Design in a Feature Film.
Tembele, Morris Mugisha. Bedroom James, Hassan Mageye, and Moby Joseph Sedimidi. Kafako, Rudy Kurubo, and Robina Nansuka. Pieces of Me, Nana Kaga.
And the word goes, oh my God. Oh, wow. Yes. Yes. It is Kafako.
Thank you. Wow, this feels right. Thank you so much. When we're creating Kapako, oh, it was amazing. We had a big team. Everyone here contributed a lot. We created a fictitious country, Tangosi, with our beautiful president and our African problems. And we enjoyed making this film. I pray one day every African, every Ugandan gets to watch this piece. Because it's the love of my life. I love telling this story. It is beautiful, trust me. Thank you, Mariam David. Thank you, Musa Al-Sata. Thank you, God. Thank you to my wonderful husband for always being there. John Karagambe for always being there, for taking care of the kids, for letting me go into the world of film and creating this. Thank you so much, Ronnie Kalu.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to God, to the amazing producer, Irene Mirembe, to our amazing graphic creator. When we said we wanted a flag, we wanted an anthem, we wanted Udran to Drake. He does amazing graphics work. And everyone who worked on the team, thank you very much. Thank you, iKON. Nasbuga Robina is not here. We worked with her on this film. She worked so much, but wherever she is, Robina Nasbuga, we are so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you guys, good night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be here. And the person who's going to receive the award today is the person who followed me, trained me, and nurtured me, and also put me in the spotlight. This person has mentored so many stars in the country, and he's still doing so. He's done so many things
he's never been told. Mr. J.W. Katende is gifted.
Hello, Mr. Katende. I'm so delighted that you're receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's been a long time coming. You've contributed to so many people's successes. You have worked relentlessly in the arts, supporting young people and getting them and providing them a platform to shine.
It is an honor to congratulate OHT1 John Winston Katende Sembadre on achieving this Lifetime Award.
You are the reason for who I am. You mentored me. You trained me. You loved me. You were such a good friend, a close friend, a father, a mentor.
Some of us are still here because of his resilience and his persistence.
Someone's going to be able to what a music, what a year. What you think of Ntale Katende, John Winston. I've followed in the industry as one from the 70s.
He has contributed to its growth. He has nurtured talent. He has inspired people. OHT Katende has transformed, further developed, and added value to the entertainment industry. I believe no one is comparable.
I am who I am today because you believed in me and you never gave up on me.
You've been a dad to us, and I'm really so grateful. I just pray the Almighty Lord continue keeping you safe in this world so that other people get to share your word of wisdom.
Our boss, our mentor, OHT was John W. Katende. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you and congratulate you upon your great achievements. We are who we are right now because of the courage you have been, because of the impact you have done in this industry. And we just want to say thank you so much and congratulations.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity and from the UK, let's come and give this award to Mr. So, the 2023 iKON Award for TV and films goes to J.W. Katende. Please welcome me as a winning.
I wasn't expecting this at all. You are seeing me here alone, but you are seeing 4 different people. And I'm here in the capacity of one of those 4. The 3 who are with me, but who are not supposed to be here, is Katende, the lawyer. Katende became a lawyer.
so many of you were born. 1969. That's when we became the war. He also became a law lecturer at the university, Makerere University, at that time called the University of East Africa. And many of his students are now retired. Students like Katulele, Chief Justice Katulele, I taught him Introduction to Law and Law Business Association. Kadaga, who was the speaker. Amama Mbabazi, he was my student. Archbishop Sentamu of York, and so many others. Karuhanga, Shodubi, and so on. But he's here not in that capacity. He was also involved in many things. The discussion of returning the kingdom of Uganda and swearing in the Kabaka. I show in the Kabaka, and I'm the chief advisor. But I'm here for something for which I've always been very hidden. That is filming, drama, theater. So, for that I've not been using Katende's name. The name is Sembadwe. It's the name of Sembadwe. Today if you see all those productions, you see written whatever by Sembadwe. And that's why I want to speak, not as a lawyer, I'm speaking, not as a lawyer, not as advisor or whatever, but as an artist. But I've been an artist. I've been an artist in some kind of a shy mood. I started acting at the request of Michael Cindy, retired and is now gone. Michael Cindy, his son, was my lecturer when I was senior 2, and he put on a show in National Theatre, a show which was the first Ugandan show, National Theatre. At that time, only English people were there. And I'm talking about the year 1962. I was the young boy. He wanted the young boy to act. And his son, who was one of my teachers, picked me. And I'm proud to think and to know that I was on stage in National Theatre, the first African drama and performance in National Theatre. It was called Kapoka Mwala. After that, that's when I became interested in drama, and throughout my learning career, I was interested in drama. When I was in HSC, I formed a group called Kayayu Film Players for drama, and I was hoping that I was able to films. I called upon somebody a little bit older than me, called Christopher T. come and so on. So when I went to university, unfortunately at that time I couldn't study law in Uganda, I studied law in Dar es Salaam. I left Chile to be in charge of character players and so on. I came back after going to Harvard. I started lecturing at the university, but I was interested in drama. I was influenced by a young man whom I saw on TV, which at that time was black and white. In TV, he was singing with young boys, children, nursery children, and was a nursery teacher. His name was Jimmy Katumba. I liked him, but I didn't know him. One day I was walking along Kampala Road, and I met him. He said, "You're Jimmy Katumba." I said, "Yes." He said, "I'm Ntale, I like what you're doing," and so on. He
said, yes, I like it also, but I'm teaching these young people. To cut a long story short, I persuaded him that we form a singing group called Jine Katumba with the Ebonies. But I told him I don't want my name to be known because for me this is a hobby and I'm doing it not for the purpose of being known, but for the purpose because I like it. That's why up to today, all the productions which you see, which I'm involved, my name is not there. It's Semba J. And so the Ebonies were created in 1977, before many of you were born, and with Jine Katumba, over 200 songs were written. Some of them were written by, a few of them were written by me. If you know songs like Folk Sholina and so on, all those and so on. But I said I don't want to be known as being involved and so on. We performed in Silesia, about 20 years, and we are now performing in Villa La Bonita and so on. But Jine Katumba, the problem we had was that he was, we took people to America, London and so on, but whenever we took singers, they stayed there. Every time we took them, they stayed there. The last time we came back, only 3 of us, me, Jine Katumba, and his girlfriend called Stella Ntale. Only 3. And that's when he decided that he said, look, I better go and start performing outside Uganda. He decided that in Uganda, we singers. So that's when we agreed that we should go and perform and be in America. And that's when I realized that it's better to do drama, because very few dramatists can say, I'm going to perform alone. And so on. So that's when we changed the name from Jine Katumba with Ebonies to Ebonies, and we started doing dramas. One of the dramas we did was That's Life Matu. I'm the one who was writing the drama and producing it. That's Life Matu. We did 768 episodes. And these are run also on DSTV and elsewhere, and so on. Then other dramas like Viva, all these things happen. 651 episodes. With Tobera Rakat, 589 episodes. We are now doing OMG, Oh My God, at Look the TV. On episode 581, we have also started on Power Magic. Power Magic on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. on Power Magic Prime, and so on. We've done about 57 episodes, and so on. This is the first time that people get to know that I'm involved. If you ask people like him and so on, people like Wes, Dr. Wilson, and all of them, and so on. Because of maybe, I don't know, my Ugandan clan, I am a bit shy, and so on. So that's why my name is not known at all. When you see those things, you're going to December. Because that's the name I use for people. But I'm so glad, I'm so happy that I've been awarded this. Thank you very much. And I want to thank all the Ebonies. Ebonies, right now as I speak, Ebonies are 97. 97 Ebonies. These are just a few of them.
And anybody will say, once anybody, come and finish it. Once anybody, always anybody. Okay. That's right. Alright. So wherever he is, he's unable. And so on. People never leave us. And so on. But thank you very much. This is the first time I'm coming out publicly for people to know who somebody is. So I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my wife. She's been very supportive. Very, very supportive. In spite of the fact that she's got a lot of responsibility. She's the owner of Aristo Booklets. Aristo Booklets, Spectrum, restaurant, and many other things. But she's so helpful. And so on. I want also to thank this small man. This one. He joined, what year? He joined 1986, South Table had been around for only 9 years. Joined in 86, we are together, and he's running everything and helping everything. I want to thank all the others as well. I don't know whether I should introduce everybody, but there's no time. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Please welcome the dazzling star of Sanyu, Catherine Namokeni.
Ladies and gentlemen, looking so beautiful. I'm here to present the Rising Star Award to one of 3 nominees, all of whom were specifically handpicked. Because first, they're fresh and loaded, just like me. But also because of their hard work and brilliant contributions to the film industry with their first appearances in film. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for Rising Star Award are
Cosmos Seluogo, Tui Maruselena, Cantu Sadat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of iKON Rising Star Award is Tui Maruselena.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, iKON. I'm so happy for George. He's a very young boy.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. I did not manage to bring Toy. Yesterday we were shooting. He was so tired, all the way from Kisoro. Yeah, big ups to everyone who comes from Kigezi. Toy is a young boy and very, very supporting actor. We are doing a feature film. This is our third award. The first one was from Africa. Then the second was from UFM. So I'm very happy that we got this one. And Joan is the Motui. Thank you very much to everyone. Cheers.
Please welcome Prosi Mukisa.
This category is one that distinguishes the work of writers, directors, and producers. Yes, whose first film, feature or short, has stood out of recent. This category has no nominees. Yes, it has no nominees, which makes the award one of our most beloved. And the special film is Foot Wine. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Welcome our iKON Fellow of the Year, Charles from UNESCO.
Ladies and gentlemen, extend warm greetings this evening. You're most welcome, looking very smart and elegant. My name is James Rusime. I work as the country director at Fisher and Uganda. We are very happy to be reaching this part of our planning, this part of good planning, I should say. For the people that have been there when we are thinking about how this will be placed at Fisher and Uganda, myself as country director working with Happy, I feel very happy because we sit and plan assign ourselves tasks, and the CEO himself, Mr. Humphrey, I think you pushed our strategic plan 3 years ahead of where it should be, and we can't thank you so much. I want to introduce one of our key partners working with us in many fields, especially in this new thought that we've had. Charles Lashebo, the head of the country office of UNESCO in Uganda, who is one of the people that has continuously led the work of Vishahan Uganda, but especially has been there to put the best foot forward in supporting the South Media Hub and iKON initiative. Charles, over to you.
Thank you very much, James, for the kind introduction. And I would like to take this opportunity to salute all of you. As introduced, my name is Charles Lechabo. I work for UNESCO. Many of you might not know UNESCO. UNESCO is a UN agency that stands for the culture, among other things, and promotes culture across the globe. And our association with Vishahan Uganda dates back to 8 years ago, and we have worked with them, we have grown with them, because we believe in what Vishahan Uganda is doing. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate them upon this very innovative iKON Awards that they have introduced, and I would like to thank all those who have supported this, the members, the celebrities, the media, the religious groups, the government, the UN agencies, the young people, and all those who are going to receive awards and who have received awards today. So I'm very honored to be here, and UNESCO is very proudly associated with this cause, and will do everything possible to support the cause and to make to see that this industry grows in Uganda, but also grows globally to enable the world to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. So I'm honored to be part of those recognized to come and read this citation for the Lifetime Achiever of the iKON Awards this night. So, as many of you have witnessed, series of awards that have been given from the time we're here, we are yet to experience this. And this is a special award, and it will go to the deserving. And I would therefore like to invite the nominees for this category of awards to be run. The award I'm going to read at a team of 10. It is the iKON Award winner of 2023, awarded for the best iKON Fellow of the year. And this goes to Irene of Mama Wange.
happy. I did not expect this. Indeed, I did not. I'm sorry. It's too much. First of all, I want to thank God for this day. I want to thank my mother for being there for me. I want to thank my director, Mr. I want to thank Mr. Mashina because on that day, he told us, indeed, he opened my eyes. I still get this opportunity to thank my namesake, Irene for making this strong race. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, my team. I want to thank my father. I call him Papa right now, Mr. Ramsey Nouah. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so happy.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is the highest we have for this award, and this winner will take home $20,000 US.
I dedicate this award to my lovely mother and all single mothers in the world. Please don't give up. When I say something, my dear.
Okay. Doreen, she's so happy, and I think I'm going to do the dirty one. This is because of hard work. If it wasn't hard work, we wouldn't seen good directors like Lukman Ali, good actors like Mike Wawuyo, we wouldn't have seen good awards like iKON awards. That's the best I can say. Thank you.
How's everyone feeling tonight? Are you having fun? I love that. So, I'm actually looking for my co-host. Has anyone seen my co-host? Anyone? I'm looking for this mechanic, so I'm trying to figure out who has seen Akomo.
Just get back. I'm hiding from someone. Get back, I'm wait.
Listen, this is why you can't work with mechanics. This is why you can't bring mechanics to a big stage. We're supposed to actually be here, working together, and he's backstage, disturbing celebrities. Anyways, moving on, our next presenter is a man that is incredibly passionate about film and TV. He's given many of us opportunities. He's incredibly understanding and very, very talented. Please help me welcome to the stage my friend, director, Usama Mokwaya.
It's okay. Our joys are greater. Our love is deeper. And our lives are fuller because we share their moments. We are here because they were and they will always be. The next performer, an acoustic soul, serenade us through the celebration. We've lost along the way of some of the creative lights. We've lost along the way. She may be rare, but when she shows up, she shows up. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Irene Ntale.
gentlemen? Are we good, ladies and gentlemen? Come on. After tonight, will you remember me? If I give you my love, will you remember me? Will you remember me? Will you remember me? After tonight, will you remember me? When this life is over, will you remember me? Will you remember? Will you remember me? After tonight, will you remember me? If I give you my love, will you remember me? Will you remember me? Will you remember me? Cause love is the only answer. Love can change the weather. Love is the only answer. Love is the only answer. Love can change the weather. Love is the only answer. After tonight, will you remember me? When this life is over, will you remember me? Will you remember me? Will you remember Round of applause another one for our friend Irene. Are we good, ladies and gentlemen? Send it up and I to in the city that will cook your gas. Quando non cobra così, ma come se non come Guardo già canali uomo chissà e ci volevo io aiutare. Che tanto sono amare se non cambia sì, perché
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Samson sax. Are we good? Oh,
The iKON Awards are proudly sponsored by and screen sensation, Fauzia Nachiwonika.
Thank you so much. I'm not going to say that you look fabulous tonight, but I'm going to say that you look so you gone on tonight. Because I, for one, as you see me right here, I'm no longer Ugandan, Abek. After seeing my Nigerian brothers over there, we are just now together. Together. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate my Mr. Katende for winning that honorary award. I wasn't able to be there with you, but I was backstage. But we really, really congratulate you, Mr. Katende. Now, the nominees for Best Actor in a TV series tonight gave us characters that were all round. Strong, weak, evil, confused, funny, serious, deep, stressed, mentally unwell. In other words, they gave us characters that were unmissable and believable. I might also add that because of the length of most TV series these days, these are some of the hardest working men in television right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for Best Actor in a TV series are
Alan Kutostantubo, Insane. Okuyo, Jor Atiku, Prince, and Watcher. Send me your friend, and Gamuse. Simon Beskarema, and Christine.
And the winner for Best Actor in a TV series is Alan Kutostantubo.
Good evening, everyone. Wow. Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm nothing without God. The Almighty Jehovah Nissi, the creator of the heavens and the earth. I'm nothing without Him. Well, I want to thank my Father, first of all. He really gave me a God to be whoever I want to be. Send me my family over there, Stella, Ntale, my kid bro Andrew. You know, he told us to go out and be whatever we want to be. And I remember being first a dancer and a musician, and then to an actor now. And I want to first of all thank Matthew, And we so thank you for taking a chance on me. I didn't know what I was doing before, but I think now I know where I'm supposed to be. To the cast and crew of Sanyu, to the directors, the producers, set designers, costume designers, the cast, everyone, Hadija, somewhere in there, and maybe Isaac, the DOP, of course Mishema, and of course Farida, and my beautiful mama, Misiri. Guys, thank you all for supporting the content of Uganda, because I believe we have a dream, but it's up to us to make that dream to reality. Thank you so much. Thank you.
For Best Actress in a TV Series, here's a multi-talented actress and producer, Aisha Chomohanji.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When I got the call to present this award, I wondered how the judges were going to choose the winner from this category. Because men, these actresses are so captivating in their different roles. Joy, Sally, Elena, you are the reason why some maids are fired from their work. And what's the reason why some of us can't stay away from watching the shows. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for the Best Actress in a TV Series are
Eleanor Nawiso in Joan Agella in Motive. Sally Elizabeth Warren-Beckett in Prestige. Stella Nante in Your Universe.
and the winner is
You will ask yourselves why I'm not as big as you see me on the screen now. I mean, I've been busted. I would like to thank my mommy, Mama Wangi. Sinosala za mama. Talenti yange sala za mama. Nachila won't I mean, I've waited for over 15 years for this. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my teammates, Prestige family. This is yours. My boss, Nathan Magola. Please stand up. This is yours, boss. This is yours. And I would like to take this opportunity to also thank my mentors. Amumeja Mariam. You guys saw me through every step of the way. You trained me. Uncle Johnny. No. Much fish. Thank you so much, everyone. But to our supporters, our fans, thank you. You make us. We're nothing without you. And I'm standing here because of you. But iKON words. I'm free. Thank you for this initiative. Thank you so much. All right, Joe, you can party now.
Now, hurry, chap, chap. I have to be home for the news in 5 minutes.
Eee! Instead of getting us into an accident, why don't you just watch the news on your phone? Download the iPhone mobile app, subscribe, and enjoy live streaming for as low as 500 shillings. I'm not allowed to speak to my boss now. You call me when you're ready to be taken safely.
Guy one, for real? Let me download it now.
Get the latest stories and breaking news from over 30 TVs, radio stations, latest DJ mixes and podcasts. You name it, we have it all. Anywhere, anytime. iPhone mobile.
Yeah, but if you know you need to come with a mode of transportation, you don't know how you're going to go home, someone has a new car. Now, you know it's beauty and brains, so if you want to ask about the economy, fiscal policy, go and sit there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that there's a guy that is in this presence that he has been a very good partner to this venture. Wait, is he still around? Who's the young man there? Eddy. Kenzo! Big hand up to Eddy Kenzo sitting in the front. Now, the next person I'm going to introduce, I'm amazed to know that I'm in the same place with her. I started following her when she was on Chigenya Kenya. If you watch Chigenya Kenya, some noise. Hey! Hold up! You people there! You didn't clap. If you watch Chigenya Kenya, some noise in the building! Hey! So this person I'm talking about, I'm amazed to know that I've met her backstage. She ended up being the first person we ever featured in the Nollywood industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Farida Daus.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Women performing artists Uganda. and they go eat, and they go sleep. You know, it was so fun, and those are not just for you. They are fun lovers. Nick Lake too presented the award of the best actor in the supporting role of these 4 best actors. Those films wouldn't have made it big if they didn't influence the main characters. And the nominees are...
Cosmos Servogo in Timberi. Michael Wawuyo Sr. in The Girl in the Yellow Jumper. Daniel Papa Mushokuma in Footwan. Kalu Eguboyi Ikeago in Kalfako.
And the winner is... And the winner is Cosmos.
We Ugandans, we need to use our language. And the reason why Ntale movie had to go to Oscars Awards, it was because of our love of Uganda. And therefore, I'd like to thank Boris Mugisha. Thank you so much for training me. In fact, without lying to you, I usually disturb him. Musungu wanyo kubanga. This is really big. He has really made me to be who I am right now. I would like to thank my cast. Is he around? Honestly speaking, to Mangane, I forgot you last time, and I said today I will not forget you. To Mangane Andrew, please, can you stand up? Wow, he's the gentleman over there. Thank you, I'll never forget you. Thank you so much.
I'm speechless, but I'd like to thank you so much. Thank you, my family. Thank you.
To present the award for Best Actress in Supporting Role in a Feature Film, please welcome the multi-talented Hamida Mukandutie.
Hello, everybody. Ramadan Karim. And we don't have had the biggest parts in their films. But all the time they put on our screens, they left us wanting. And we were captivated by it. Attention. The supporting actresses in the feature film. The nominees are
Ntale in Kafako. Nafuka in Kafako. Serafina Mohaweni Mana in Pieces of Me. Taya Kankini in My Husband's Wife.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank God first for the skill and the talent and the ability to execute these roles. I would like to thank the iKON judges for this award. It feels nice to me. I would like to also extend my thanks to the cast and crew of Kafako, and particularly the executive producer and the director, Doreen Mirembe and Gilbert Localia. So thank you for bringing this vision to life. I would like to thank my family who are so supportive, my friends, and because these opportunities are so far and rare, let me take the opportunity to also thank my Prestige family. I'm here with one of the writers, the editors, Lucky, and just thank you for welcoming me into the Prestige home and just loving me. Thank you to Nathan Magola for revolutionizing television in Uganda. Just my writing team, Lucky, Eddy, because she's watching at home, Eddy, Justin, Avery, Matthew, and Avery, thank you for just making this whole experience memorable. And I have one last message. You want to say it? Lucky has a message for Ramsey Nouah. I already have my mother international television that I might as well. Hi, Ramsey. Well done. That's it.
Please welcome the chairman of the Uganda Academy Selection Committee, Mr. Godfrey Musimbuzi.
Good evening, Uganda. I bring you greetings from the backstage. It's an amazing experience. But anyway, before I go far, I want to thank Humphrey. Please raise up your hand wherever you are. Thank you so much for this great stone that you have laid on this industry. It's been a journey worth celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to clap for the team at Richard Hand and South Media Plus. Yes, so I represent the best awards in the world, that is the Oscars, the World Cup of Film. So I relate with gold. That's why you see me here. Ladies and gentlemen, the past 3 years, we have seen a raise in quality of our TV series on our screens. But nevertheless, we cannot appreciate the present without recapping the past. Tonight's nominees for the Best TV Drama stand on the shoulders of the past TV stories that made them appear like they can make it up to today. Ladies and gentlemen, out of all those old stories that we have watched on our TVs, we have beautiful titles like that's like what Chikenya Kenya. Set up for talk about deception. Guys, we have mistakes girls too. General sisters, my beautiful sister, yeah. Then the amazing that brought in the Nawiso and Irene, the hostel, and many others. You can go on and go on. But out of these amazing many series that were submitted, tonight I have the honor to present to you the final 4 nominees for the Best TV Drama. And here are the nominees.
The Horner Bowls, produced by Joel Segawa. Prestige, produced by Nathan Mogora. Soul, produced by Matthew Nabuso. Wanted, produced by Richard Mulina.
You know, when Israel thought had a king, God brought in a king. The best TV series 2023, the iKON Awards, is Prestige. Nathan Magora.
I'm really not very good at doing these things. I don't do speeches, I don't do interviews. But I guess this is what they mean when they say going out in style. Prestige is ending, and we're very glad to get this award with us, because if we didn't get it this year, we would never have gotten a chance to get it. I would like to thank both the cast and crew of Prestige, who have worked very tirelessly in the last 3 years to give you what you see at home. But I would also like to thank my family, my wife specifically, for giving me the peace at home so I can go to work and deliver for you. Thank you very much.
To present Best Cinematography, please welcome the star of Kafako and Girl in a Yellow Jumper, Oyem Bolt.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, from Tembele to the girl in the yellow jumper, the cinematography of 4 finalists for this award are examples
of what good work would look like on screen. The nominated DOPs managed to add beautiful layers to the most complex stories told this year, creating powerful films for us all. And these are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Cinematography.
Bedroom Chains, Benson Kamau Mugai, Ntale, Isaac Ekuka, Kafako, Musta Abdallah, The Girl in the Yellow Jumper, Maisie Nasa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to Maisie Nasa, the girl in the yellow jumper.
Thank you so very much.
Good evening, everyone. It's so good to see so many familiar faces in the audience. Anyway, so I started acting in 2001, and I was a working actor in this industry. 2 out of 4 scripts in Uganda were actually shot without any screenplay and produced without a screenplay. So a typical day on set was the director would go and say, everybody listen, okay? In this scene, Nabuli attacks her husband for coming home drunk. The children will react, and then she will slap him, and then she will go to bed. And of course, the general atmosphere will be mubitegede. Whether or not we understood, he'll go ahead and scream action, as most directors do. But I'm sure you all saw the films that came out. Today, things are different. Okay, more than 50 Ugandan films were released last year, and each one of them with a ready script. Tonight, we stand here to honor the most outstanding screenplays that stood out from the rest of this year. And the nominees are
Bedroom Chains, written by Hassan Mageye. My Husband's Wife, written by Mariam Dagie. Ntale, written by Morris Mugisha. The Wave, written by Kevin Jones Mawakenya.
And I know you're all tired, but as a writer, I'm going to ask you to really clap for this, okay? So the best screenplay goes to My Husband's Wife. Sorry, I have a whole village here. I have to give you this. Thank you. I have a whole village behind me. I've written and wrote. I've never been appreciated. Thank you, iKON.
welcome one of the stars of Prestige, Raymond Rushaviro.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen Kiingi Amoti. I am the new Prime Minister of Toro Kingdom. His Majesty King Oyo is the patron of Richer Hand Uganda. And he has sent me to represent him tonight on this very auspicious occasion. But I'm persuaded, with your permission, to have one or two things which are personal before I can deliver the King's message. In my culture, once the King has spoken, I have no right to speak. And therefore, I want first and foremost to thank Mr. Humphrey Narimanya. Thank you so much. Tonight is my second night to get the privilege to be on your occasion. I think Uganda is like the proverbial cat with many lives. I'm sensing that we are living a new life. And I want to thank you for that. The second thing I would like to speak about, which I just learned tonight, is the great pleasure I have had to meet again one very unsung hero of this country, and that is the industrious Mr. John Katende. I had the privilege of meeting this unsung hero of this country 42 years ago. My parents were threatened during the Eddy Amin era in 1976, and we had to run with all our clothes on the back and went into Kenya into exile. In 1979, as you know, Amin was overthrown. And in 1980, I got a scholarship to study abroad, but I did not have a passport. I came back to Uganda, and my late cousin brother, Katende, Padre Katende, who also happens to be a relative to Madam Mrs. Katende, that beautiful lady, wife of Mr. Katende. I went to his office. My late cousin brother, Padre Katende, took me to his office and said, this young boy cannot get his passport because he has nothing to identify him. We ran with nothing. We never had national IDs. We lost everything. And I went to him and he swore, I swore an affidavit, which I used to get my first passport from a short man from West Nile called Kenzo. Remember that man, some of you? He gave me a passport in 2 days. The third day, I lost that brother. He was shot by Tanzanians. They allege at Kansanga. And I had to rush back into Kenya. So tonight, I'm very privileged to meet again Mr. Katende. He has been, like he said, he's very shy. I never knew until tonight that the same Batwe who used to come on the screens was actually him. He owns the company. He's the one who creates and writes all the stories. And for your information, he has the biggest law firm in Uganda. He has partners all over the world. Mr. Katende, you are an unsung hero. And tonight I want to let Ugandans know that within and amongst us, we have the heroes of the type of Mr. Kenzo. Now I request you allow me that I read the remarks from His Majesty King Oyo. Good evening, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. As patron of Reach a Hand Uganda and host of the iKON Awards, it is an honor for me to be among the people, the younger people of Uganda. I am glad to associate myself to the young talent blossoming in our country today. By rewarding young filmmakers and other creative artists, Reach a Hand and iKON Awards is playing a part in Uganda's big vision of 2040 that focuses on skilling and consequently transforming the country's economy to the targeted middle income status. Let me add something. The economy of California, the state of California and the United States of America, is the size of the biggest economy in Europe, Germany, and it depends on entertainment, on art, on films. Mr. Humphrey, you are on the right course and on the right side of history. The Omkama of Toro Kingdom has made it his centerpiece of his reign to spend the majority of his working days devoted to the issues affecting the young people of Toro and indeed of the entire country, building new ideas, projects that will ensure the youth of Toro and Uganda at large are skilled and empowered to be self-sustaining through hard work. The will to lead them to the critical, to become the will that we are seeing among the very young people, to work hard, may and will lead them will make them to become a critical mass to the transformation of our country. King Oyo has made it clear that the youth are not the leaders of tomorrow, as many do say these days, but leaders of today. I congratulate the nominees and the award recipients and challenge them to strive for new, greater heights. And by so doing, you will propel the image and confidence of the iKON Awards for posterity. I salute you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I can leave this stage without saying this. OHT word JWK, you are my God. You are my God. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as someone who has had the opportunity to lead a film, I know what it means to carry a film on your shoulders and still deliver. This category tonight, these people delivered characters such as a young village hairstylist with big dreams, a wife nursing a mentally ill husband, a woman fighting against domestic violence, a neglected wife fighting for her husband's love. Once again, these are the nominees for outstanding achievement by an actress in a leading role in a feature film.
Rona Misima in Ntale. Jessica Babito in Mukisa. Winfred Nafula in My Husband's Wife.
I have been in these moments before, so easy. Easy. Ladies and gentlemen, the best actress in a leading role, iKON Award 2023 is Nisha
What an incredible night, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting closer and closer to the end of tonight's program.
And
congratulations to all the winners so far.
Something that I'm going to get tired of saying tonight, you look amazing.
My husband is over there. Hi, Mr. Mubiru. My husband is in the building. Where's your wife?
Now this is an event for actors and actresses, and the person I'm with there is very good. And I want to give you something before we call the next thing happening on this stage. Can I give her a role, something to do right now, real quick? A role.
You know you can't put me on the spot like that.
I can't.
There's so many legends here.
It's so far away. Now this is what we're going to do. You're going to act as my girlfriend. I'm leaving. Beg me to stay.
What?
I am waiting. I'm about to leave.
Moses.
Yes.
Please, I love you.
Not strong enough.
Moses, okay, what should I? Moses, I have a big bum and brown thighs. Now, for putting me on the spot, you know what I'm going to do. And don't embarrass me because we have Mr. Sambagena in the building, so you have to impress. I want you to do your best Mr. Bosa impersonation. Just imagine your child has been expelled from school and you're just coming to school to see who's in charge. Let me see, don't embarrass me. One.
Oh my God. It's an excruciating conundrum. I don't know why 90% of your roles, Mr. Bagenda, you're in a state of distress.
You've nailed it.
Thank you very much.
Now, to keep it short and sweet, because I know we're behind on time, let's move on to the next program. So this next presenter is well known to all of us. His success is seen globally, his influence is seen globally, and he's influenced a lot of what we do in Ugandan film and television. He's ranked Africa's best actor of all time. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd love us. Yes.
Before you even do anything, if you're in here and your partner is 30 years and above, and a lady, and she's asking you to do certain things, it's because she used to binge watch this guy. We are glad that he's in this room. We can finally get him and tell him that he was lying to these people. There's no man as romantic as that.
I think I agree. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the screen.
Multinationals are gullible to fall for this fake Ramsey Nouah's antics, claiming to be Ramsey Nouah.
A bigger applause for Ramsey Nouah!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage a man who inspired our class. Thank you so much for your contribution to the African film industry. May we all rise up, ladies and gentlemen, on our feet, on our feet, on our feet.
Thank you so much, yeah. Guys, it's all right. Let's relax. We have a surprise for
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much, Fabiola. I'm sorry I hijacked your stage. Now, I'd love to invite our peers, Eddy, Kenzo, please come over. I'd love to invite our chairman board, George Bozi, please come over. Now, as Richard Hand Uganda, before Ramsey presents an award, also would love to appreciate him in a very special way. And also why I invited Kenzo over, because the inspiration as well was really so pushed by him as well to see on how we can also promote our industry in different ways. And so we prepared something small that we'd love to present to Ramsey Nouah for your contribution, for your love, for the iKON Awards, for Richard Hand Uganda, for the arts in the industry of Uganda. So I'll invite Kenzo to present something small to you, and also this is us appreciating you.
Let's hear it, let's hear it, let's hear it.
Wow, good evening everyone. I stand here in two capacities as a partner of Richard Hand under the umbrella of Next Media as the Deputy Group CEO, but also the Chairman of Richard Hand Uganda, Ramsey, as part of my board, and of course on behalf of Uganda, I have the privilege to say thank you very much for first and foremost accepting to come and step in the Pearl of Africa. Pearl of Africa, I say Pearl of Africa. And of course accepting our very humble gift in appreciation to what you've done to Africa in terms of inspiring, the next film actors and actresses, but also inspiring hope to film. We're very excited, and of course, thank you, and thank you.
Baramusiza, Nambantia, Chichi, Echiru. Don't laugh. Don't make me feel bad. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ugandans. Oh my God. This is heavy. I want to say thank you. But before I do, I would like you to understand something. You see, we fall on the soil, on the African soil, all of us. But come rain, come shine, we're still brothers. We're still sisters. I want to thank you. I want to thank you guys for all the love and the support so far. It's been immense. As a matter of fact, 2 days ago, I went to one of the secondary schools here, BCK. The love that was showed upon me there was unprecedented, was phenomenal. I can't believe that I had that much power. It was so good, it felt so good. Right now, I don't know if I should go back to Nigeria. I think you give me a name and a title, yeah, very good. But anyways, I just want to tell you that I really appreciate this. Thank you very much, Humphrey, for making this happen. Please, a round of applause for Humphrey. Please support your brother in any way you can. Show love, it's very important. I'm looking forward to a very strong collaboration after this. I'm looking forward to, expanding the horizon beyond just the shores of Uganda, but all across Africa. That's what I'm looking out for. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the love, and God bless you all. Thank you. Yes, lest I forget, you see the beautiful costume. Abraham, where is he? Wave, courtesy of that guy over there. Thank you.
Ramsey, will you do us the honor of presenting the award for Best Leading Actor?
Certainly.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Humphrey, Kenzo, we appreciate. We'd love to have Ramsey on the stage. Yes, please.
Yeah, just to thank Ramsey for that, and also thank you so much. Love my brother and sister small.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I traveled through experiences. I learned how to speak some little English. And for that case, I think I cannot fail to get something to eat somewhere. But right now, please give me the opportunity to speak my language because there's something I want to say.
Okay, good. It's okay, bro.
Before I switch to my language, it is an honor to be here with you. I'm a very big fan. I've been watching you since I was a child. God bless you. Thank you for coming. Kutambula kulaba naye ate okudda kunyumya. Balensaba mu mpaaka kisaka n'ombeeko kyenjogera nga muwuliriza. Before nga sinagenda nnyo mu maaso, nsaba ndi organizing my sister Cindy n'omwami we kubanga baatuleetedde tulya mugema. Ladies and gentlemen, Cindy abadde wano for a long time. She has inspired us, a good actress and a good musician. God bless you, Cindy. We love you and your husband. Thank you for coming. Wano waliwo ab'ebitiibwa bangi be nandyagadde okuwa ekitiibwa kubanga it is really an honor to be in a house with such talented people. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for coming. But kyenjagala okwogerako kyekitiibwa byonna gye ntambulidde mu awardi zonna zembeddemu Nickelodeons, the BET, the Grammys, the what. Nina ekintu kyenjize. Nina ekintu kyenjize. N'ekintu kyenjizeeyo badde nsaba nkibabuulireko. Njizeeyo ekitiibwa. Abantu beewa ekitiibwa. Abakulu bawa abato ekitiibwa. Naye ate abato bawanya abakulu ekitiibwa. Bwe tubeera nga tuli mu house today, Mukama n'atuyamba nga tuli ku Award West. Ekikulu kyazo it is meet and greet. N'okulaba abo abasinga okubeera talented oba bali talented nga bazze bakuŋŋaanireko wamu buli omu alabe ku munne twebuuzeeko. Kikulu tulage abakulu nti tusiima nnyo bye mwakola naffe tutulabidde okusobola okufuuka kye tuli, era ne bafiiringa presence and appreciated. Sanyuse nnyo okulaba nga maama Mariam Dagire akutaawadde mu ngalo. Kibadde kirungi nnyo gyendi era omutima gwange ngenda kusula nga ndi musanyufu. Maama tusiima nnyo, nsaba Mukama akuwa omukisa na bonna bakulu bano bwe mutambuza ekintu kya movie and the music industry. We appreciate. Bale nsaba bw'ofuna ojja wano, it is not about the awards alone, nti okutta akantu mu ngalo okoze otya, but it's all about appreciating each and everyone in the house. Oba effort gye batadde muli kye kintu ky'osinga okwagala. Kiba kirungi nnyo n'oyogera okuva ku ntobo y'omutima gwo, era n'olaga bano nti bannange tulina we tuva ate tulina we tulaga. Nsaba okuba congratulatinga mwenna bannomini n'abatasobola kubeera ku nomination paper naye ng'ate mukola omulimu gw'amaanyi. Today kyoli enkya kikyo. Abatasobodde kuwangula muli bawanguzi, saba Mukama Katonda abawa amaanyi musobole obutava mu maanyi, wabula mweyongere nammwe next year tubakwasa ebirabo bino. Saba Mukama saba mweyongere okukola n'amaanyi, saba okutegeeza bakulu baffe nti tetubeera bidde mwami Katende n'abalala tubalowoozaako era mulimpaji amaanyi y'okubanga naffe tugenda maaso. Saba Mukama ab'omukisa tusobole okubeerawo next year otu appreciating award zino nga si byakwetwala ffekka mu maaso but all of us together. God bless you guys.
Very well said, Kenzo. Thank you very much.
I love you, Ugandans. You're so proud of your language. Yeah, let me switch. So, because we're very low in Uganda, did you hear that? All right, now, I'm honored. I'm really honored to be here tonight, and I carry one message from Nigeria. I've never forgotten your support for Nigerian films all these years. So, it's my pleasure tonight, as an actor, you know my background. Hello? The category of the best actor. Hello? That is close to my heart. These are your leading men. And the nominees will be
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Oyo Jr. Thank you so much for coming. First of all, I want to thank God for making this possible. For without Him, nothing would have happened. Right? And also, thank you for the director, Lukman. Where is Lukman? Lukman, Ali, and the entire team. It's been an amazing journey, and I want to thank him. He's inspired me since I was a little boy. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So I'm I'm actually speechless. Very speechless. Thank you. Thank you so much. iKON Awards. Thank you.
To the parents, one moment to the parents, always let your children fly.
Please welcome film director and producer, Matt B.
Sorry about my late entry. For the record, before I can go on with what I need to do, for the record, I needed to let you all know that something was mentioned here that I need to straighten up. my film that I did once upon a time in 2006, Battle of the Salt, was the first film that went international to win so many nominations at the Africa Movie Academy Awards, where our dear Peace, our pastor, Peace Ntale, and we picked a couple of awards from there. So, for the record, iKON Awards is to have that written. And secondly, one of the first films to raise the platforms of the industry today, where our friend again, Matthew Nawiso, who started out as an actor, Prince, all started up and now are directing, some of the films which set the foothold, and we preached one word, which was make movies that resonate with the international platform so you can have your films exported. And now back to business. More than 50 Ugandan films have been made within last year by Ugandan directors or filmmakers. That alone is testament of how we've come. The one thing all these films shared in common was that they each had a director driving the vision and guiding his cast and crew to deliver the final films we saw. And for the first time, these are the iKON Awards 2023 nominees for the Best Director in a Feature.
Gilbert Lucadia and Irene Kafako. Hassan Magay, Bedroom Chase. Lukman Ali, The Girl in the Yellow Jumper. Morris Mukisha, Timbere.
Well, and the winner is
Thank you. On behalf of Gilbert Lucadia and my producer, Doreen Mirembe, who has stepped out, I want to thank the iKON Award for this and also for coming out to promote the Ugandan film industry. Thank you very much.
Doreen would cry, so please cry, please. Please cry.
I won't cry, but I just thank her for giving me the opportunity to work with her and also be a co-producer. Oh, there she comes. Doreen.
Wow, thank you so much, iKON Awards. Thank you, Humphrey. I didn't expect this as outside. Wow, thank you God for such a heavy, and it has my name. I've been in the film industry for 15 years now. Yes, I'm old. And I've never been appreciated. I made films, and people love them. And they say, oh wow, we love your films. Oh, you act so well. Oh my God. But I've never been appreciated like this. Thank you so much, iKON Awards. Thank you to all the people I look up to. Mary Tagile, as always, there are times I used to call you on this film, I just cry. But things were not happening. This film drained me. I I experienced all kinds of emotions making this film. I cried, I laughed, I hated everybody, and I loved them as much. It's not easy to have a production. The post-production was not easy. Thank you, Samuel Sepia. Thank you, Sona, Rita. Thank you, Mukisha. Thank you, all the editors. Thank you, Alex Zireta. Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you for everybody who stood with me. The writing took 3 years. Thank you, Musa and Swasta. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Isma. Thank you. Thank you, Ronita. Oh my God. Thank you, everybody.
You love him as Francis Chirunda in Sanyu, and you feared him in the Academy Award-winning film, The Last King of Scotland. Please welcome one of Uganda's finest actors, Abby Muchibi.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm privileged to be here. I'd just like to make one comment before I read this. A few months ago, I was privileged to give a speech about the arts at the National Theatre. And I did mention one particular gentleman who's not been honored for his role in art. I'm really so happy that iKON Awards has honored Oweekitiibwa John Katende. He's been this unsung hero in this industry for a long time. And we really thank you so much, Oweekitiibwa. We do appreciate everything that you do. Mama, thank you so much for being by his side, and for the numerous things that you do for him that enabled him to come and give us the best. Thank you so much. To all the winners today, thank you so much. Mariam Ndagire, honored, my dear. Tumetoka mbali sana, honored. Alan Kutos, Sanyu Crew, congratulations. Prestige, Nathan Magora Mganda Wange, congratulations. I have the privilege of presenting our final award of the night. I have to express appreciation for these 4 films because they perform the main duty that films should do, which is not just to entertain, but also reflect our society back to us and hold us accountable to break them down. Bedroom Change revolves around women fighting for their rights in a changing world. Tembele explores the life of a garbage collector dealing with mental illness. My Husband's Wife explores marital instability. While Kafako looks at government corruption in a struggling health sector. These are the nominees for Best Film or Film of the Year.
Bedroom Chains, produced by Nisha Kalema and Hassan Mangeye. Kafako, produced by Doreen Mirembe. My Husband's Wife, produced by Mariam Ndagire. Tembele, produced by Morris Mukisha.
The iKON Award winner 2023 Best Film goes to Kafako.
Thank you for coming. Oh my God. Sorry, sweetie, sorry. Thank you so much. Nana Kaga, I'll start with you. Thank you. Mariam Ndagire. Uncle Awuyo. It's not easy. But it's not easy. I look at people like Matthew and the wine. I don't even know how they do it. Nathan, and they give us beautiful pieces and we love it. I don't know how they do it, and they're still healthy. They look happy. So I don't know where my husband is, but I think he's in here somewhere.
Thank you, God, for these awards. There are many. Thank you for this film. It's a beautiful piece. Like I told you, I pray every Ugandan gets to watch it. It's wonderful. It has all these incredible people. I approached all of them. And she said, okay, and there are days when we get our food on set, but they never complain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And now, our final performance of the night. Band Boys Africa, Rickman, and Grenade Official.
I just wanna know what you like. You don't want to realize me, I'm a brother. Wrong number. This is a random night. Baby, I'm just lonely, baby. No. Like a double watch, I want you. Louder. Let me hear you like another year. Hey,
Muchimanyiti kwaliwanika Zelakiriza kwaliwanika Muchibamukuna tenewero bamukuba Oh no Hey, bakukaliza bakuka mukalu Ono imakine tinenda mukalu Majala sisa kine chinigida Echinigida 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 chiwata kunawuka Echinigida 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 chiwata kunawuka Oh no Mama Hey, hey Baliwanika Baliwanika Abana baliwanika Sena iliza baliwanika Kebakabana kwaliwanika Kochimanyiti kwaliwanika Sena kiliza kwaliwanika
Nemwamjasa katisia tika
Nemwamenya katisimenyeka Nemwasisaka sisilika Chepikimela kukamini Mama Selekita ya chikuwa Selekita ya chikuwa Nemwasinyaka sisiluka Selekita katiza sikutuka Nemwamenya katisia tika Kwandi Nemwamenya katisia tika Olima Chepikimela kukamini Mama Mama go chikuwa Mama Eba go baliwani Yeah Sabori man ringoli just amakuhamanga basama if ever red rapper so red rapper you see me on a chispa here iKON Awards thank you so much Mama